This is my fourth time recording this. I'm 100% sure I'm recording now. But welcome everybody to Strats with Steve, the new series where I cover strats, quick 10-minute videos, well hopefully around that mark of strats to help you play with your friends or online in Civ. In this strategy, we're going to be covering the rapid expansion strategy, my favorite strategy. Now, whenever I play with my friends, they tend to get pretty tilted because I always am ahead in science, culture, and that's because I set myself to have a really strong base right off the bat. So the best ones to do this are Gorgo or Pericles because of the extra wildcard policy. Russia's also very good. Russia's also very good because of the extra territory. And that's good and all, but what you're going for is strategic locations, and you plant your 4 cities in strategic locations, and then you put your cities in between them, and you basically push all your enemies out, and you don't let them settle inside. And if they do settle inside, you can attack them from 4 locations, if that makes any sense. So usually start off with 2 cities, and you kind of build your way out into 2 corners. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to play Gorgo, simply because I like her bonus of getting the culture when you kill enemies, preferably to Pericles, but, you know, it's all up to what you choose to pick. Normally I play on Emperor, but since this is a tutorial and I'm going to try and teach you all how to do this, we'll play on Prince, because I think that's the median. That's kind of where everyone plays at. Game speed, when you play online, you play it with online. If you play with quick, I'll explain why there's the benefits to playing with quick. But we'll go ahead and jump into this. So we could take a look at Gorgo's stuff here, the features and abilities. So her thing is combat victories provide culture equal to 50% of the combat strength of defeated unit, which is really good because I believe you rush I know you rush the policy with the crown. Is that called Early Empire? The one that gives you closed borders? You rush that because it gives you the economic card of 50% bonus production towards settlers. Very strong. And the reason we want either Gorgo or Pericles for the extra wildcard policy for the rapid expansion strategy is because then you can put the builder charge and the settler charge in the same time, and the wildcard policy just gives you that boost to be able to do that right off the bat. If you don't research the governments, because you will not have a government right off the bat, you're able to get the settler for about the 50% production towards settler. You're able to get it generally. So if we look in here, Early Empire is what we rush. Okay, so we automatically click Early Empire. So the colonization, you're able to, this good because then you can put the colonization in, and, you know, purchasing tiles good too to secure resources until you get to here, because then you have to research basically everything here. So it's good. This is really good for early game up to about turn 20 before you get it. So we'll go ahead and settle our city here. Looks like a decent spot. And already we have to figure out strategic locations. So this river is great. If we can find that this river, it looks like it starts right here, as you can see the little pool here, so it may go down a little bit further. We'll go ahead and explore the river, and we'll see how that works out. Now, timing is great. We got to look at the numbers and be efficient. What do we have here that we can use? We have 2 deer, which gives you, I believe, ridiculous production. Yeah, absolutely crazy. And we have cattle. So what are we going to go first? You know, logically, we'll go animal husbandry first, which gives me 6 turns exactly. What can I time with perfectly for that? Because I can't build a settler yet. A builder. 6 turns and 6 turns. Perfect. I'm going to try and cut out any needless information I may include. I know I sometimes talk too much, but I know the strategies are important. Barbarians are a good thing. If we can come across a barbarian camp early and we can kill it, we're able to get a huge boost on the culture thing. Okay, this is good. This is a good area to be settling cities. Now, as I said, there we go. This is good. This is good for us. This is good news. Now, this is important. The reason it's called rapid expansion is because you rapidly expand. You should be able to push out. You should have, besides your capital, you should have 5 additional cities by turn 50. That, if you calculate it, is 1 extra city per 10 turns. And this is playing on quick, mind you. So the reason it's better to play on quick than than online is because you overcompensate. You basically end up, oh, I'll just follow the rules I learned in this video, and then you end up having like 7 cities by turn 50, and you're doing way better than you originally were. We're going to go ahead and just research pottery because that's kind of basic. And what are we going to go for? 4 turns. Unfortunately, we still do not have a settler. So we'll go, what can we make in 4 turns? Another warrior. That could be useful. A slinger. Maybe perhaps a little bit more useful. But we'll go with a warrior because we want to always have 1 unit to escort the settlers around. So I have this builder here, and I'm going to cut down these trees. Because I have so many trees below me in this area, normally trees are a pretty good resource to have, and especially because this is 3 production. If I put down a lumber mill here, I would get 4 production on this tile. But I can cut it down and put a mine down later. So here we go. We can finally put in policies. We're going to put in discipline just because I'm kind of fighting barbarians, and we're going to be able to put both of these in as well. Okay, so we have just produced our 2nd settler. We're going to settle maybe... So we always want to settle rapid expansion is strategic locations, okay? So you don't just settle right here, oh, this is a green tile and settle here, or right here, oh, this is a green tile. Because look, cities spread out 3 tiles if you don't know. So this is 1, 2, 3. At max range, I will be able to get this tile. So I want something to settle 1, 2, 3 up here, or 1, 2, 3. Down here would be a great spot to settle on that chocolate here, because that would give me the full border expansion. That gives me the maximum range possible. And we can now make another settler. So every time you can make a settler, you make a settler. So see that? We just got 10 culture for killing that. You know, it's not great, but you could see the little boost that happened there. It's not too bad. Okay, so as I was saying, numbers, very important. I'm producing a lot of gold. You always get 5 gold from your capital. And as much as it is kind of annoying to say... Hold on 1 second, I'm just counting here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're actually going to settle right down here. As much as it pains me to say, is what I was going to say, amenities are important, and they're kind of annoying to go after, they're kind of annoying to do, but if you take a look at your numbers here in the city, I have 9.4 production. Very good production for my starting city, and by turn 22. Now you can see I have +1 amenities, and I get 5% of my original, which equals 0.4 extra production. Same with science, same with faith, same with gold. Another quick tip, do not research something that you don't have a Eureka for when you're going for the rapid expansion. You need everything you possibly can. I have masonry, which means I'll probably work my way towards masonry right after mining. Actually, we can just click on that right now so I don't forget. Another thing I want to do here, because I've now put out my another settler here, and you know what we're going to do? What can we do? Go another settler. Just keep that in your mindset, okay? It's turn 30, and I almost have 3 cities. I want to move my settler down here on this tile, exactly this tile, because, you know, we won't get maximum range, but at least we're by a river. The problem is there's a scout right here, and if a warrior or if another troop decides to mosey on by, we could be in a little bit of trouble. This looks like a good spot. It's a lake. We're able to do some things with the lake. And you know what I do is normally like this spot right here, I have a lot of gold. I'm producing a lot of gold, so I'm going to head and purchase a builder. That did cost 140 gold, but in the end, you know, debatable if it's worth it or not. So what we're going to go for right now, we have 5 turns till this is done. So what we're going to do for this city is a scout. That'll be done in 5 turns. I think we're actually going to go monument because once we build improvements, it will build the monument faster. And border expansion, as I said, is very important. Okay. So another important thing is if you see when you go Gorgo or Pericles, you're guaranteed a Pantheon because you will be able to select God King. So Pantheons are really good. I'm not going Faith, and it's never good to go Faith with rapid expansion because you have so many cities. It's kind of hard to keep up with your religion, but it's also really hard for other religions to keep up with you because you have so many cities, and it's so hard for them to just keep spreading religion to all your cities because if you have your friends on the west here and they put their religion into you, then you're going to have a conflict between the 2 religions. Don't get up with religion, okay? But Pantheons are still important. But what we're going to go for is religious settlements. Border expansion rate is 15% higher. really, really good, or fertility rates. These two are excellent for the rapid expansion series. City growth rate is 10% higher. That lets you build settlers way more, because 10%, okay, mathematics, this is all about math. But for this, we're going to go religious settlements. You can decide between the two. Personally, I will pick religious settlements. And so we have a little bit of time now that I didn't realize. So this settler can obviously settle here, and it's going to go 1, 2. So this city is going to go 1, 2, 3, 1. So this is not a very efficient settle, but it's on a river. Now, what can I say? This is, you know, I'm happy with this spot, but what I'd rather do is get the most efficiency I possibly can. And you can tell by the red borders here, that's where your city stops. And if I want to get the maximum distance, which would be 1, 2, 3, I could settle on this. 1, 2, no. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I could settle right on this coast. And although coast isn't the best, I'll admit coast is not the best. What it's gonna let me do is make a coastal city, which is nice. Then it's gonna expand all the way through this area, and I won't have to worry about any overlapping. What's the right word? Overlapping territory. Plus, we're gonna get the boost for sailing, which is nice. There we go. And now we can change governments. Don't forget when that arrow's there, very important. Change policies. So what are we going to do? We're going to switch out God King because we don't need the faith, and we're going to go straight for colonization. Very, very, very important to always have colonization on. Okay, we have now made another settler. So the four corners are important. This is closer than I'd like to do because the four corners, you tend to be able to put cities in between and you go really far. So if this was my capital, the four corners, you know, maybe we'll do that as another strategy, okay, the four corners. But I would settle one way up here, one way up here, one down here, one down here, and then settle in between and fill up a huge square. So that's good to do as well. But I think we're going to go for a risky maneuver and see if we can settle kind of over in that area. This warrior is just not having a great time chasing these scouts. If I can get the scouts, more culture for me, and I would prefer them to not alert their camps. So what are we going to do? You decide. It's like Dora, right? You pick what are you going to do? Settler, of course, a settler. Plus 50% more production, which this would have been a 14-turn settler to make, believe it or not. So that's not a great sign, but my production has... It's basically not increased because my starting city still has 2 pop. Okay, something I just forgot to do, something important, that was my bad. Okay, here's a river. I'm gonna settle right here. This would go along the four corner strategy because you see what I did. Like, oh crap. Okay, England may be close by. Oh no. Okay. That's not too bad, right? No, it's not awful. I'm going to build the Hanging Gardens while I wait for another work to finish. This is a little late. This build is a little bit late for the Hanging Gardens, but we'll have to make do for right now. And we'll go ahead. I don't know. I feel like the scouts were alerted down here. But I could be wrong. We could, like, this is a lake here, so we could settle on the other side. But we're going to make our way down here. I would like to go straight for the builder because there's 3 really nice improvements we can improve here. Like, buy the builder. So I think I'm going to buy the builder and start producing a monument so I can start rushing out the area here. You know what? You know what's really good is housing is your best friend, because every time it alerts you housing, you know what it actually tells you? Oh, somewhere they can make a settler somewhere. They can make a settler here. So it's actually pretty good. It's a nice alert to have when they tell you that so and so needs more housing, and it's like, all right, well, we can build a settler there now. Okay, so we have met England, so we're gonna go for writing now and start building some campuses. This guy's going to start making a settler because I want to move some dudes over here. This guy's 2 turns left. I believe this is the one with the housing problem. It's not at full capacity, but it's pretty close. We'll go ahead and move our warrior. It's going to take 9 turns, but we can move the warrior up there. You can try. There we go. Hanging Gardens. That's beautiful. Do you know how good that is for us? That gives us that gives us 30% total extra border expansion. Excellent. These guys don't have sailing, right? So I could throw this guy down here. I don't think he can take it. Who knows? Let's move up here and we'll see if there's a nice spot to settle. This is a lake, which means fresh water. We may not get the maximum efficiency for a settle, but we'll take a look here. We got some nice science bonuses here. We'll go for right here. Ooh, now I don't believe the Dead Sea. It does? Are you kidding me? The saltiest lake in the world gives you. I can't believe that. Are you kidding me? The saltiest, literally the Dead Sea, known for being the salty. Nothing can live in it because it's so salty. Gives you the freshwater bonus. Freshwater, literally, that should be fixed. That can't be right. That really can't be. Okay, that's funny though. All right, we're gonna settle right here. We got iron, nice. We got dyes. We got a few new things. This is a little bit further settled, and getting those further settles are really, really nice to get. Not only do they give you the bonus of having a faraway land, but it gives you a backup city. I can settle probably another city in between here, which is nice, and that's what the four corner strategy is great for. Obviously, we're not going the four corners right now, but so if you notice my jump in science and culture, basically I was really low. And now I'm climbing up in science, and I will be, once this library's done, I'll be start constructing campuses in different cities. This guy's still producing a settler. Looks like a river's still around here, so we can go ahead and throw him around here in this area. Oh, I just saw the glimpse there. I met Russia by boat. That's interesting. I don't think I've really met very many civilizations by boat. So recorded, as I said, this culture bonus, like, we really, 50 culture per turn. It's okay, it's not bad, but the culture we get from killing units is really good, actually. Look, this is another perfect spot for another city. It's all about keeping that eye out. Okay, I have another example here, why numbers are so important. So you take a look at this city, right? And I was just about to buy this tile, but when you go to buy a tile, it does tell you how long it takes for this to be built. So this is going to be 8 turns. So if we build the timing here, this will be able to go in 2 turns here, and, oh, alright, just zooms me out. We'll be able to get that iron basically in time with the last builder charge. So it's important to strategize what you're going to do with these builders and stuff like that. You don't waste them. You cut down trees only when you need to cut down trees, not just for fun, because it used to not take up charges, but now it does. Okay, let's hope we're recording here. Let me actually double check. Alright, so it is turn 74. And as I said, by turn 50, you should have 5 cities, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe I actually know 6. I have 6 cities by turn 50. You can just look at the stuff I'm doing and see how far I am ahead right now. The science I'm leading, literally, I don't even know why I'm leading. I'm leading because I have the most cities, and I have a campus in, 2 or 3, so that's triple the campus of a lot of cities. I'm also setting my escape city, always a great city to have, one that's, kind of on its own, and if somebody goes for an attack, you don't always, if somebody goes for an attack, sorry, what am I trying to say? We'll take it just because I want the boost for education here. It's not the best scientist, but if somebody is to attack me and storm all my cities, I always have one backup, and I may even put another one down here. So we'll go for the great scientist here. I'd like to also send her a delegation because I don't know what's going on. Yeah, because she sent me a delegation. Delegations kind of give you little bits of hints of what they're doing, and it's a good little it's not a spy, but it's a little bit of a, it's not too bad. It just kind of, it's like, there's rumors that England is constructing the pyramids, and you're like, oh, okay, there we go. So if we took a look at the great people, I assumed Russia was in this game. And I assumed them because Russia always gets, I believe when they build their faith district, they get the +1 for everything here, or maybe they just get that on their own. This guy's getting 2 great times. I'm getting 8.2. Prince is, I'm not used to playing on Prince, but it's pretty easy to what I'm compared to be playing on, but it's good because then everyone's gonna have the same expectations for what I'm playing for. So the Great Library, this isn't really part of the strategy per se. I'm building these wonders because I am so far ahead of every single, I wish there was a score tab. You know how they show the score? I wish it showed, like, nobody is close to me in anything. I could continue on this world. I'll play to turn 100 and we'll take a look and we'll judge some of the pros and cons and stuff like that. But as of right now, like, I'm doing really well, like better than everyone. Okay, I think we're done. This game is just gonna take a long time for me, and it's gonna use the time I don't really have, to be honest. I got other stuff to do today. We're gonna start with the capital, okay, and we'll spread out. So Sparta, 4 population at turn 106. Is that great? Doesn't really matter. I can make something 12 turns, like a decent amount of turns. Could make something way faster than I normally could, but you know, I could be making something way faster, but I'm not. The next city we settled was over here. 5 population. Very good production wise, science wise, 16 science per turn. And then the city after we settled this one, I really forget, but I think in the end I had 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I have 9 cities by turn 100, and basically this is when I would stop. Unless there was free space, like there was this one up here, nice river, nobody was inhabiting on, I just went ahead and settled there. It is so strong, and once all these borders expand, like this one, it's just gonna go crazy. Like the whole map is gonna be covered. I would be an unstoppable superpower, to be honest. This city, you know, it's not doing so hot just because the barbarians, but it was really strong actually before they plundered everything. But like, it's got an industrial zone, it's doing pretty well. I was lucky to find the wonders, but overall, if we take a look at the stats here, I'm leading in science, not domination, not culture, nothing like that, but science is the most important. And you may think, oh no, domination is the most. But if I have a musketman and you have 20 warriors, who's gonna win? Actually, you probably would with 20 warriors, but if I can make 2 musketmen, you're not gonna win. Especially once my musketmen get promotions, they're just done healing because they will one-shot the warriors. So overall, this is very effective strategy if you're playing with your friends. If you can expand out and you can get this huge science bonus. I haven't even built campuses in all my city. This one's focused on culture. As you can see, it's got 2 amphitheaters. It's got the architectural. Oh no, it doesn't. Just has the normal amphitheater. This one's going for harbor. This one is going for, what's it called? Commercial hub. Imagine if I focus science in every single one of these cities. Okay, I would probably have around 170 science, but I didn't decide to because I wanted to have a little more fun than usual instead of just, you know, dominating by turn 150. Thanks for watching. I think the next video I'll do is the 4 corner strategy, and just remember the ideal characters to play could be Rome, both of the Greece players, or Russia. Always pay attention to your numbers. Never take your eye off them. It's so important to just keep track of all your numbers. Watch them as they go up, watch them as they go down. Just pay attention, and the most important card of all, colonization. Go colonization. If you follow this, you'll be fine. Thanks for watching Strats with Steve. Today, we did cover rapid expansion. Make sure to try it out in your Civ games and, you know, let me know how it works out for you. If you had some struggles when you're playing with online, keep in mind you would probably have around 12 cities by this time because it's so much faster to produce. So thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.